Hello, Happy New Year. Welcome to the lockdown functional fitness class again. Lockdown again. Anybody getting deja vu? I don't know if I'm going to assume that there might be new people here today because January people get all very, very enthusiastic and want to get fit. I'll just explain a little bit about my class. Those of you that are regulars can go make yourself a cup of tea or do whatever it is you like, file your nails. The class is suitable for everybody. I think it is anyway. If any of the exercises can't be done, or if you can't manage any of them, let me know and I can adapt them. Don't just think, oh, it's no good, I can't do it, and give up. Because sometimes if something is difficult, it means you need to do it more, not less. And so it's important to keep on consistent. I've just noticed that picture behind me is wonky, isn't it? It's important to be consistent. So doing something once and thinking I can't do this and then giving it up is not really the way to go. This class is for everyone, but it's not particularly easy. Some of the exercises are not that easy. It's more technique, and you get the technique more easily as you become stronger. So the class concentrates on something I need to do, concentrates on balance, flexibility, strength, and balance and coordination. Actually, strength, flexibility, and coordination make for good balance, but there are some specific balance exercises as well. I did think about changing all the exercises, but then I thought there's nothing really as good as a squat for strengthening your legs and your bum, or standing up and down from a seat. And I looked through them, and I have changed one, I think. Yeah, I've brought the upward row back again. Instead of the tricep one. But apart from that, it's more or less the same as we were. I mean, I'd love to get rid of the side bends, but never mind. So the class is in 3 sections. There's a warm-up, there's a middle section where we do the main exercises, and then there's the I always do this, I don't know why, it's visual. The last bit is the stretching. I always start the classes at 5:02, so it gives people time to settle in. Sometimes I do a little talk like this. I want to say a little bit about the importance of exercise and improving your immune system, because exercise has been proven for complicated reasons that I'm not sure I fully understand, but I'm not going to go into technical reasons. Using your muscles releases myokines, which help boost your immune system or help make your immune system function better. It's like everything else. Everything, as you age, it deteriorates slightly. So if you don't do strength exercises, I mean, I saw something on Facebook. People were saying, oh, I walk all the time and all the rest of it, and that is fabulous. But you need to do specific strengthening exercises as well, because if you don't, your muscles start to waste away. And if your muscles waste away, they can't produce the myokines. And therefore, your immune system is directly linked to or deteriorating immune system is linked to the muscle wastage that happens through old age if we don't do anything about it. So having put the fear of God up you now, and you thinking, right, I'm definitely going to do it. So you need 2 or 3 strengthening exercises, strengthening sessions a week. Now, you can do these sessions because this concentrates on strength. If you can get on and off the floor, you can do Monday sessions as well, but you need to be able to get on and off the floor for that. It's slightly more advanced than this one. This one, you don't need to be able to get on and off the floor. And in fact, if you can't stand, most of the exercises can be done from the chair. I'm not going to demonstrate every exercise from the chair. So if you have difficulty standing, let me know, and I will include that next time we do this. What you're going to need is a chair. As long as it doesn't have arms, that's okay. It can be a kitchen chair, a dining room chair, whatever. And if you have one, an exercise band. I know quite a lot of people have exercise bands and they say, I never quite know what to do with them. Well, stick around, you'll find out. If you don't have an exercise band, don't worry, you can still do the movements without the band. You won't get quite as much benefit from them, but you'll still get benefit from them, particularly if you're new, if you haven't exercised for a while. So anyway, enough of me rabbiting on. It's 11 o'clock, so we're going to start with the warm-up. So I'm just going to adjust the camera slightly, so as you can see more of me, and we're just going to start. In fact, I'll get back up again. We're going to start just walking on the spot, just very slowly and not very energetically, just nice and slow. If you can, do it on your toes. Walking on your toes is great. It's good for your balance. It strengthens your ankles. It strengthens your calves. It's a good exercise. So what you could do now and again, if you're walking to the bus stop or walking anywhere, is just do a few steps, maybe 20, 100, count them, on your toes. So move your arms, do your arms in a slightly exaggerated fashion so that your shoulders are moving and you're mobilizing your shoulders as well. So we'll do this for a few more seconds, and then we'll go on to the next bit of the warm-up. 3, 2, 1. Right, okay. The next one is put your hands on your shoulders, and we're going to stretch our arms up by the ears. If you can't get your arms up to there, just do them as far as you can. If you've got impaired shoulder mobility, never try and force it. Just go as far as your arms are happy to go. Forcing it might injure you, so just never force anything on these exercises. So hands up here. You can keep walking if you want. You don't have to. It's up to you. And then bring them down and then push the air away. Bring them back in and push them forward and back in. Up. Give it a nice good old stretch. Down, out to the side, back in, forward, back. One more time. Up, down, out to the side, back in, and then out and in. Right. Next one, we're going to do quite a lot of work mobilizing the shoulders and the muscles in the back. So we're going to put the hand on the shoulder. Imagine you've got a pencil sticking out of your elbow. So it looks like this. And we're going to do 5 big circles backwards. Nice full range of movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drawing that big circle on the wall. And then 5 forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this one. So it's straight out from your body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice range of movement there. And the reason we're not putting our arm out and doing that is because you can injure yourself when you're doing that. It's better to do it that way, in my opinion. Last one we're going to do is the one, well, last one for the shoulders and arms is this one. The one where you put your hand up by your ear. Oh, and the other one up like that. Sorry. My phone whittered and I thought I'd put it on silent. Up, and the other one goes back, and you're not going to rock. So, sorry, I'll start. So we're going to go 1, 2, nice and slow and controlled. 3, 4. My right arm has more mobility, or right shoulder. 5, 6 than my left. 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, fabulous. Right, we're going to do these next set of warm-ups. They warm you up. They're quite gentle, but they also work on strength and balance and coordination. so that I like them a lot. So you go with heel digs, just like that, nothing very fancy. And at the same time, you're anchoring your elbows and you're doing a bicep curl like that with the opposite arm. So right leg, left arm, and vice versa. I think if I say it, I might get it wrong. So you're still doing the heel digs, opposite arm and leg. 3, 2, 1. Just little steps. You don't need big steps. Next one you're going to do is just out to the side. This one is good because you're balancing. As you go out to the side, you're balancing on one leg. So it's strengthening that leg. It's improving your balance. And this is just the warm-up. Imagine how beneficial the actual exercises are going to be. Prayer hands, and as you go out, you push out your prayer hands. Try and keep your knee pointing forward. Imagine you've got a headlight on your knee and you're trying to keep it pointing forward, not sort of coming in like that or like that. Push. 3, 2, 1. Next one, just take a step back. Not a very big step. And then at the same time, have your hands here, mid-chest, and push them out. Splay your fingers, jazz hands, give your hands a bit of an exercise workout, which makes your forearms, uses the muscles in your forearms as well. Nice and controlled, slow and controlled. 3, 2, 1. Again, headlights on your knees so as they don't come in. Last one on this particular bit, toe tap. And at the same time, just swing your arm, nice and relaxed. A little bit of a good swing so that your shoulder muscles, your shoulder joints are getting mobilized as well. 3, 2, 1. Right, now we're going to put that all together and do it as a sort of routine. So we're going to do heel digs, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. One more time. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Very good. Right, are you feeling nice and warmed up? We'll go on to the main body of the exercise. We're going to start off with squats. This is the longest explanation I have to give because it's important if you're doing squats that you get the technique right. If you can't, I never know which way to start, whether to start on the squat or the chair, but I'm just going to start on the squat at the moment. A squat is sitting down without the chair. So if you sit down, you go like that. You don't put your knees down. A lot of people think squatting is that, but it's not. Sticking your bottom right out and then sitting, but there's no chair there. I'll come back to that in a moment. Hold that thought. If you're not able to do a free squat, and with a free squat, you don't have to go right down. You can just go like that as long as your knees aren't going over your toes and you can maintain that position. That's a free squat and that's fine. As your legs get stronger, you'll be able to go down further. But if you're not able to do that with good technique, so technique is the important bit. Sit yourself in the chair towards the front of the chair. Have your thighs parallel. In fact, I'm going to do it front on so you can see what my knees are doing. Have your hands here so as you're not tempted to use them. And stand up and then sit down in a controlled way. Try not to go bump like that. If you can't do that, swing your arms and use them for momentum. And failing all that, if you absolutely have to, put your hands on your knees and stand up and then sit down. But the object of all these exercise classes, is to enable you to stand up from a chair without using your hands. We use our hands unconsciously, but try and think, get your legs to do the work. So we're going to do 10 squats or 10 stand-ups from the chair, nice and slow and controlled. Put your hands here or here or here or wherever you like. I put them here because it's quite nice and convenient. They're just tucked away out the way like that. So we're going to go down and then up. That's 1. Remember, you don't have to go down as far as I'm going. 2. 3. You can do a little tap behind you. Thrust your pelvis forward. 4. 5. 6. Your weight should be on your heels rather than your toes. 7. That's why I fall backwards. 8. And remember, headlights on your knees. 9. Feet at least hip width apart. I should have said that in the beginning. 10. How was that? We'll come back to that. We're going to do another 10 later on. But because I'm kind, I'm going to let you sit down now. So get your chair and your band and sit at the edge of the chair, feet out in front of you, legs straight, toes pulled back. And loop the band over your feet on the instep if you can. That makes it secure and won't ping back and hit you in the face. And have quite a good lot of tension on the band. You don't want, if you've got bands that have, if you've got sort of 3 bands and they're different strengths, take one that's got quite a lot of strength on it, because this one you can have quite a strong band because you're pulling with both arms. So stay in that position. I'm going to just turn around to show you. So your heels are on the floor at all times. Your heels don't move, they stay on the floor, your legs don't move, your body doesn't rock, only your arms move. So you're just pulling your arms back, not going up or up that way. They're just coming back. Try and get your elbows on the back of the chair. And if you can do it really easily, either your band is too loose or you're sitting too far back in the chair. And we just hold it there and then release, nice and slowly. And then back again and release. Don't boing it. Control the descent. And then back and release. That's 3, 4. Try and squidge your shoulder blades together. 5. Remember, it's only your arms that move. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Well done. I meant to say, if you can't do 10 of any of the exercises, that's absolutely fine as well. 10 is something to aim towards if you can't manage 10. Right, and the next one we're going to do is we're going to strengthen, the squat strengthens the gluteus maximus, your glute muscles. You've got 3 glute muscles. You've got the maximus, the medius, and the minimus. So daddy bear, mummy bear, and baby bear. So we're going to work on mummy bear and baby bear with this one. And it strengthens this muscle here. If you can't do a squat without your knees coming in, it's because these muscles are weak. So this is not a balanced one. So stand behind the chair and hold on. And you're just going to raise your leg to the side. Your toe points forward. If it was your arm, it just goes like that. You're not twisting it. So we're going to hold it up to the side and then back down. That's 1. Don't put your weight on it when you bring it down. 2. And this is good as well because the leg that's not moving is taking your weight, so it's taking quite a lot of strain. 3, so it's getting stronger as well. 4, plus although you're holding on, there is a bit of balancing going on. Whoops. 5, 6. Don't kick your leg up, lift it, and then control the descent. 7, just lift. 8, I'm starting to feel it here now. 9, and one more. 10. Fabulous. Other side, just give your legs a bit of a wiggle. Puts quite a strain on the static leg, doesn't it? Okay, so 1, whoo, can't get as far with this one. Can feel that. 2, oh, I'm falling over. Oh, here's the postie. 3, 4. This is really killing on this side. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Woo, 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 woo. Give your hips a bit of a wiggle. Right, we're going to do a bicep curl. Oh, 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 oh. So take your band and you're going to stand on it and then anchor your elbow into your waist. I have mine just at the top of my hip bone. And you're going to have enough tension on the band so that when your hand is at sort of 45 degrees, you have to consciously keep it there. If you relaxed, it would go like that. So you need to have it under tension the whole time. And we're just going to close the arm. The elbow stays there. All you're doing is closing your arm. 2. Nice and controlled. 3. Nice and controlled. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And then we're going to swap over. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fabulous. Right. What we're going to do now is we're going to do a bit of balancing. So what we're going to do is we're just going to balance on one leg. Initially, we're just going to balance on one leg. I'm just going to get this. Sorry, I just need to get my stopwatch. You hear the dog? Right. We're going to balance on one leg for 20 seconds on each leg and see how easy that is. And then we're going to do a bit of an exercise, a balancing exercise. Okay, so if you're standing on one leg, Try not to hold on to the chair. You can hold on if you have to. Try not to hold on to it. And we're going to go up. Just put your leg there. It doesn't matter where it is, really, as long as you're sort of balancing. Just, that's 7. That's 10 seconds. See, I had to put my foot down. 20. Right, how did you do? I hope you did a bit better than I did. My balance really is shocking at the moment. And we're going to do that on the other leg as well. So, if you're ready, set, off you go. I'm going to have to concentrate. It's when I look at the phone. Sometimes once you go, it's just easy to go. That's 10 seconds. 17, 18, 19, 20. Well, that's a bit better on that leg. Right, did you manage the whole 20? What we're going to do is we're going to do a little exercise, because standing on one leg is good, but it's not quite the same as having balance, because when you're walking, you balance on one leg as you step forward. So we need to do something that is a bit more dynamic. So what we're going to do is take one leg up and we're going to go 12, 3, 6, 3, 12, but not resting on it. It's just touching. So 12, 3, 6, 3, 12. Okay? Ready? I'm putting this there because it's getting in the way. So 12, 3, 6, 3, 12. And then back to the center. 12, 3, 6, 3, 12. Back to the center. 12, 3, 6, 3, 12. Back. That's 3. We're going to do this 10 times on each side. 12, 3, 6, 3, 12. And back. 4, 12, 3, 6, 3, 12. 5, halfway through. 12, 3, 6, 3, 12. Back 7. Have I missed out 6? I can't remember. 12, 3, can't even count to 10. We say 7. 12, 3, 6, 3, 12. 8. 1, 2, 3, 3, 12. 9. 12, 3, 6, 3, 12. 10. I find quite a strain on the other leg as well, actually. And then the other side. Ready? So this time it's going to be 12, 9, 6, 9, 12. And then back to the center. 12, 9, 6, 9, 12. Back to the center. 12, 9, 6, 9, 12. Back to the center. Sorry about that. 12, 9, 6, 9, 12. Back to the center. 12, 9, 6, 9, 12. Back to the center. It's 5. We're halfway through. 12, 9, 6, 12. Back to the center. 12, 9, 6, 9, 12. Back. 12. Whoops. Back. My left leg isn't as deft at doing it as my right leg. That's 9, 12, 9, 6, 9, 12. And back to the center. I don't know how you found that, but I think it's quite good to maybe soon we'll be able to do that and then back. Ooh, ooh. It does quite overbalance you. Right. Abs. So sitting sideways on the chair and sit so that your knees are at 90 degrees and your feet are comfortably on the floor. So if you're a bit shorter, you need to shuffle forward that way, and if you're taller, you can go back that way. Sitting up nice and straight, and stretch your arms out on top of your knees so that your middle finger is just at the top of your kneecap. And then we're going to lean back so that your middle finger is about an inch and a half above your kneecap, further up your thigh. And then we're going to, without moving your position of your back, you're going to round your shoulders and push your hands forward again so that your middle finger is once again by your kneecap, but you are actually leaning back. And that rounds your back a bit, which is what I want you to do. I don't want your back to be hollowed out. And then we're just going to gently lift one leg and the other one. One, pulling from here. 2, 3, 4, nice and slow and controlled. 5, as high as you can go. 6, 7, keep those arms forward so as you're not rounding your back, you're not hollowing your back. 7, 8, 9, 10, and then sit up. If you just go back like that, you don't need to go back very far. Some people find it hurts the small of their back. So by doing this, it sort of rounds your back, but you're still using these muscles. We're going to just give it a couple of seconds, and then we're going to do that again. So sitting up nice and straight, middle finger on the top of your kneecap, lean back so it's about 1.5 inches up your thigh, and then without leaning forward again, just push your shoulders forward. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you should feel it here. Sitting up nice and straight. Right. Oh, give yourself a bit of a stretch. Again, we're going to use the chair. Hold on to the chair. And what we're doing is we're just pushing our leg back. Don't point your toe. Try and keep your foot like that. And we're just going to pull it back without leaning forward to counterbalance yourself. And so this is really good for your glutes. Poke your glutes. You can feel them being used. And these muscles up the side of your spine, the erector spinae, you can feel those moving. I'm going to do 10 on each side. So legs straight, back. 1. Don't put any weight on it when it brings back. 2. There's an awful lot of standing on one leg, isn't there? 3. I mean, you can't keep your leg really straight. I don't think you're built like that. 4. But don't bend it. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Whew. Again, the static leg takes a bit of punishment, doesn't it? Right, so just give your legs a bit of a jig, and then we're going to do the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done. Right. The one I've reintroduced is the upright row. And I've decided to include this rather than the tricep pull that we did before. Oh, there's a fox just run right up my road. Wow, it's just trotting up the middle of the road. Cool as you like. The reason I've decided to go back to the upright row, because we used to do it before, is because it works more than one set of, and I think I'm conscious that we've got a short time in this class, and I think it's good to work more than one muscle if you can at a time. So the upright row is you need to get the technique right, else you risk injuring yourself. So to start with, remember, just to get you to remember, start holding your thumb with one hand. Well, you can't hold it with two hands, can you? And the object of this exercise is your elbows have to stay higher than your hands. And the object of the exercise is to try and get your hands up to your chin. Now, if you can't, that's absolutely fine. It's better to do that than to get your hands to your chin and have your elbows lower. Your elbows must always be higher than your hands. And you're working these big muscles across the back of your neck. You're actually working your arm muscles as well and your forearm, because you'll be holding onto a band. So practice that a couple of times. It's just up and down, nice. And if you can only get to there or there or there, that's absolutely fine. I'd rather you did that and just practice the technique. Don't hunch your shoulders. Don't do that. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. It's just your arms that are moving. If you can, if you want to use the band, you might want to not use the band for the first few sessions. But if you want to use the band, if you're a seasoned professional, been with me a long time, stand on the band and then cross it over like that. I'm going to shuffle forward so you can see what I'm doing now. And then, holding the band, hold your hands together and you come up like that. And that is tough. So that's 1, 2, only your arms move, don't sway. 3, if you're finding it really difficult, dump the band or decrease the tension. 4, have we done 4 already? Oh, well, never mind. 5, won't do us any harm. 6, make sure your arm doesn't sort of rotate. 7, mind you, if you can only go to there, that's fine. 8, 9, 10. Now that's a hard exercise, but I'm going to keep it in for a few weeks because it is very good for your back and shoulders. It's the sort of exercise you would do if you're pulling a bin bag out. Ooh, my arms feel all light and floaty now. Right, we're going to do another 10 squats or another 10 stand-ups from the chair, whichever is your preference, or a mixture of the two. You might be able to do 5 squats and then finish them off in the chair, or you might start in the chair and finish them off as squats. Entirely up to you, but we're going to start now. So, feet hip width apart, 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep looking ahead, don't look at the floor like I was doing. 5, do as I say, not as I do. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done if you managed that. Fabulous. What you can do is throughout the day, you can just think, oh, I know, I'll just do 10 squats. You don't need to do a full exercise session. You can do bite-sized. It's made me puff that. Right, last one before we go into our little routine and things is the side bend. Those of you that have been with me from the beginning know how much I love these. Not. But I have kept them in because they're very beneficial. So feet at least hip width apart. And we're just going to go down to the side. See if you can get down to your knee. If you can't, it doesn't matter. If you want, you can put one hand over your head. If you're going to do that, keep your arms straight. Don't let it flop. So if we go over and then up slowly, 1. And then down, 2. Oh, 3. This is really good for your core muscles. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And then the other side. So, 1. Oh, this is the first time I've done these since we went on holiday. 2. I don't mean I went on holiday, since we stopped the classes. 2. For the Christmas break. 3. Although I have done other exercises. 4. But if it wasn't for these classes, I don't think I'd ever do these again, which is a bad thing. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Oh, I'm always glad when there's a finish. But if you do that, you can feel how beneficial it is. Right, we're going to finish 2 more things. We're going to just start doing the routine. So we're going to go heel dig. I call this the routine. And then back. We're just doing it slowly at the moment. Toe tap. Heel dig. Side. Back. Toe tap. Heel dig. Side. Back. Toe tap. One more time. Heel dig. Side. Back. Toe tap. Right, we're going to put on imaginary music now. You can put on real music. I can't, because the Performing Rights Society, I have to pay and I can't afford it really. So I can't play music, but you can either have real music, which means you'll probably be going a different tempo from me, or imaginary music. And we're going to do it a little bit faster because it's good for your coordination, it's good for your balance, good for your heart, it's good for everything. It's good for your morale as well. Right, so heel, side, back, toe tap, heel, side. If you can't keep up, don't worry. Toe tap, heel, side, back. It comes with practice. Toe tap, heel, side, back, toe tap, heel, side, back, toe tap. Try and keep up with me, but if you can't, side, back, that's absolutely fine. Go your, oh, it's still, how can I make this thing quiet? I've got a new phone, that's why it's difficult. One more time. Side, back, toe tap. Right, to finish, as if that wasn't enough to put you through that, what we're going to do is we're going to do what I call heartbeat. And it's 3 bouts of 20 seconds of high intensity exercise. So the high intensity exercise is just tiny little steps, running on the spot, tiny little steps, very fast. Use your arms as well. Don't hunch your shoulders, nice and relaxed. If you've got any medical heart problems or anything like that, just don't do it. If you get chest pains when you're doing it, stop immediately. I'm sure I don't have to tell you that. Anyway, 3 bouts of 20 seconds. It's good for you, honestly. I haven't done 20 seconds and I'm puffed. And I'm not doing 20 seconds because I can't do the thing and look at the watch accurately. Right, so on your marks, set, go. "17, 18, 19, 20. How was that? Was that okay? 20 seconds is a long time when you're suffering. At the end of these 3 sessions, the two more to go, don't go zooming off to put the kettle on. We've got stretches to do. So just give you a few seconds to recover, a few more seconds to recover, and then we'll go for the next one. So are you ready? On your marks, set, off you go. Really give it some tiny little steps. Don't hunch your shoulders. At least one of you will be going, my goodness me, can she see me? Yes, I can. I can see each and every one of you. 17, 18, 19, 20. Well done. Second one. Has anybody written anything? No, my Dropbox is almost full apparently. How jolly nice of them to tell me that. Right, just let you recover a bit. And then we'll go on to the third one. Right, how are you doing? Ready? On your marks, set, go. "17, 18, 19, 20. Well done. Right, just recover for a few seconds before we go on to the stretching. Just a couple of things. If you're new and you haven't done already and you'd like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please do hit the subscribe button. It doesn't mean that you're subscribing as in money, because that's what subscribe means to me, but this is new technology jargon. It just means it's just a bit like liking it, and you can like this this actual class as well if you'd like. Also, if you've enjoyed the classes are free, but if you want, you can buy me a coffee, which is sort of like an appreciation of the class. And there's a link underneath the video. If you're on a laptop, if you just scroll down past the video, there's a comment section and there's a link there. If you can't find it, please let me know and I'll send it to you. Thanks, Prue. Happy New Year to you. I should have said Happy New Year to you all. I just said welcome to the new year one. I should have said Happy New Year to you all. Anyway, let's get going. We'll start with the stretches. You need the chair. And as usual, we're going to start with I'm just going to close this door because it's glaring a bit. As soon as lockdown starts, the sun comes out, doesn't it? Right, so your calf muscle stretch. Front leg bent, back leg straight, both heels on the ground. Just check both feet are pointing in the same direction, which should be forward. Just lean forward a bit and you should feel the stretch on your calf about there at the top of your calf. Just hold that for a few seconds. And then very gently bend your back knee. Your heel will come off the ground. Put a little bit of weight on that leg and you'll feel the stretch moving down into your Achilles tendon, your lower leg, your lower calf muscle. which I'm sure you all remember is called your soleus, and into your Achilles tendon. And then switch legs, front leg bent, back leg straight, heels on the ground, feet pointing the same direction. Feel the stretch at the top of your calf, almost behind your knee. And then gently bend your back knee. Heel comes off the ground, put a little bit of weight on it, feel the stretch moving down into your Achilles. There we go. Right, we're going to stretch the quadriceps, the big thigh muscles at the front. If you can, grab your foot, your trouser leg, your ankle. Some people put a cloth around their, a towel or something, or a band around their ankle and hold on to it. And you're standing up straight, knees together. If you can't manage that, do this, just kicking your knees up. See if you can hit your hand with your heel. If you can't, it doesn't matter. Just by doing that, it's called dynamic stretching. You are lengthening the muscle, which is the object of stretching. If you're doing static stretching, you can let go if you want, see if you can balance. I'm going to really try and improve my balance over the next few weeks. Static stretchers, go on to the other leg. Dynamic stretchers, keep being really dynamic. Look, Ma, no hands. I say that every time, don't I? Right. Next, we're going to do the hamstrings, which are the big muscles on the back of the thigh, because we were using those, were we? Yes. Right. Sitting up nice and straight, knees towards the front of the seat, knees at 90 degrees, ankles under your knees, sitting up nice and straight, one leg forward, toe bent back, and then you lean forward from the hips, not from the waist. The further forward you are, the easier this is actually. Keep your toe pulled back. If you haven't got your toe pulled back, when you pull it back, it's a sort of ouchy moment. I feel this stretch all the way down my leg, actually. And then sitting up, switch legs, sitting nice and straight, forward from the hips, not from the waist. Woo. And then sitting upright. Take your chair, and what we're going to do is going to sit sideways, but at the front of the chair. So we're sitting like this, and this leg is stretched out behind us. If you have chair there, it tends to get in the way a bit. So you're sitting like this, torso upright, leg back as far as it will go. Some people might not be able to get their leg back very far. It doesn't matter, as long as you're stretching these muscles here. Just giving you a good stretch, because if you have tight hip flexors, you tend to stoop. So we've done exercises this morning which strengthen the back, which stop stooping, and which are, now we're trying to loosen this, which decreases stooping even further. And then come out of that and just swivel round and put that leg out behind you. Remember, sitting up nice and straight. The temptation is to go like this. The straighter you sit, the more you feel the pull there. Okay, right, standing up, hands at shoulder level, palms facing forwards. We're going to go round the tree, so your arms are round, not like that, round like that, at shoulder height, and then dip your head. We've worked these back muscles today, so we're stretching them out. And then if you can, interlock your fingers behind your back. If you can't do that, try and get your elbows together. Obviously, you can't get your elbows together unless you're a peculiar shape, but just try. And if you've interlocked your fingers, just lift your arm. And so it gives you a stretch across your chest. I'm just going to have a look and see what that other person's written. Good to be back, but also a bit surreal. 10 months, I know. We've been doing it for ages, haven't we? Same old, same old. Okay, release that. Right, sitting in the chair. And you're just going to dip your head. And then put your hand on your crown, but don't push. I like this one for some reason. Just let the weight of your hand push your head down a bit. You should feel a stretch up your back. Do this one first thing in the morning before you've loosened up. It hurts. I don't do it, but I mean, you should. And then look up. Obviously, I said that in jest. You should never ever stretch when you're cold, when you haven't warmed, don't stretch before exercises, basically, when you're not warmed up. And then turn your head to the left as far as you can. Just note where your chin is in relation to your shoulder. And then take your right hand, put it on the right hand side of your face, and then try and turn your head to the center, but resist with this hand. So you're going, so you're creating a lot of tension in your neck. And then release, and you should be able to turn your head just a soupçon more. Hold it there for a few seconds. And then slowly bring your head back to the center. And then turn it to the right. Only your head moves, not your shoulders. Put your left hand on the left-hand side of your face. Try and turn your head back to the middle. And resist. Get that tension going. And then release. And see if you can turn your head a little bit more. And then slowly bring your head back to the middle. Right, that's it. First class of 2021. Do you say 2021 or 2021? I never know. I seem to alternate between them. Anyway, nice to see you back. Happy New Year. See you on Monday if you do the Monday class, and Wednesday if you don't do the Monday class. Bye. Spread the word. Get your friends doing it as well, particularly now that gyms are shut as well. Bye.